Greetings, viewers. This is KSN Media, and I have for you VOD number 2 of the Shadow Path. Now, a lot of things have changed, mainly terrain and technical stuff, so I haven't added a whole lot to the game, but I will be showing you the stuff that I have added in this video. I'm going to try and keep it short. Change the description, everything's been consolidated into one map. So this is all just to make sure that, excuse me, it's easier for you and me to manage save data. So first off, I want to start with the NPC spawns. So they're a little unrefined right now, but what I have so far is a couple hundred NPCs populating the city. And these NPCs, they'll just roam around like they did before. The only exception being they won't abruptly stop in place for like long periods of time. If they do become idle, they'll find their own way around again. I'm taking you through some of the terraining work that I've done, the new terrain. You can see there's a lot of negative space. I'll be filling this up more. Most of the core city area is done. The game does run a lot better now. I've employed like draw distance and other performance fixes. Yeah, just kind of taking the scenery here. One of the things I'm adding in is special locations for you to visit. These locations will be important or completely insignificant to the story. There are, like I said, there's a couple hundred NPCs alone in the city. I could stand to increase that number maybe by 50%. I think there's about 300, 400. I could increase it about 50% without much punity. Right here we have a little statue monument I built. Monument to the forefathers. Oh crap, I did not mean to do that. Another thing I do want to get into, which I will cut the video for, is permanent death models. I've added some some graphics enhancements to StarCraft, very limited, using some macros and modifications of game data. Time of day also transfers or changes more seamlessly, meaning instead of instantly changing like it did before, there's a bit of a blend over time. You'll notice if you're playing, slowly like it'll get darker and darker. I would like to note to visit all the areas and the entire area of this map will take a very long time. I've purposely made it such that the player has to explore a bit more, and that there's a bit more room for the player to be doing their thing. That's weird. I'm gonna cut the video here. Actually, before I do that, let me show you guys the main menu. This is another thing that I've added. So far we got settings, lore books, and talents are functional. I'm gonna go into talents first. Maybe showcase a little bit in the next cut. Right now these are, invisible. These are kind of busted, but I'm working on making these visible. So we're gonna take the voids path first. All right. So now that we've done our thing there, I'm gonna pull up the settings menu. So you can see it's a little garbled here. Working on fixing that. There's an option for you to destroy all corpses. This will be important later. I have time of day settings. You can choose your own time of day. Yeah, fog fall off here, and render fog. It's just based on softening draw distance edges. Doesn't really directly relate to performance. And then this is draw distance. These will all determine your render distance and performance. This is going to be the main thing for performance for this map specifically. Lore books. I have placeholder text here. I've written all the lore into the game, but I just haven't showed it for the player. And with that, I'm going to cut here and be back when I'm in the next area. Right now what I'm fixing is the scan distance and the limits of enemy civilian movement. Another thing you're going to notice here is that permanent death corpse. So when Ursadak was killed, it's part of, random Terran hunting, and its corpse remains on the battlefield. I'm going to strike down this marine, and you can see all this wildlife here. I'm going to strike down this marine real quick. You're going to notice his body is staying there. This will be important. I've also added voice lines that activate when you do certain abilities. That's the Void Hungers, but I have infinite HP on, so I mean, it's not going to do anything. But that's the Life Leech ability. It's like Life Tap. That's Blink. That was the Assassinate ability. I did showcase this elsewhere, I believe. But so these blood models are very large, right? But I'm working on optimizing this for the scaling that I did. Honestly, I didn't know that it was that big because I never did test that part until I recorded this video. But here we've got a Terran installation. This will be important. Here. So what I wanted to show you guys is that once everything's in place, you'll be able to interact with named NPCs at each of these locations. So the goal of that is to add to the story and add to gameplay and offer side quests. Firebats are one of the things I'm trying to fix. They don't stay dead. But you can see improved ragdolls. I've improved the ragdolls a little bit so that there's a greater chance for them to appear. I've also added random encounters with skirmishes from opposing tribals, but it doesn't look like that's quite there yet, or it doesn't look like they've spawned in. I'm not going to drag the video any further. Hopping little Urubu there. This is KC Media. I will see you guys in the next video. I will be fixing bugs, adding more features to the game, and overall just getting to the point where I'm going to be working on quests and the main story. So this has been KC Media, signing out. I will see you all in the next video.